Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're all well. It's Grim here. The weekend is sadly over. I know, start of another week, but it is time for the Wrath of the Lich King summary. Finally! Seems that Blizzard have let us actually be able to log on to World of Warcraft, which is nice. It's all good, we pay our money. Be nice to actually play the game. But, yeah, so let's crack on to this. Let's just get straight in to Wrath and start this off with the 5-mans. Okay, format for this is pretty much going to be the same as TBC. If you didn't see the TBC summary video, do not panic. I will be explaining it as I go along. So, heroic and normal. We've gone through, basically, sorted them by how much gold they're going to give us. Okay, the time, kind of take that with a pinch of salt. That's just up there for you guys, a little bit of detail. So, Pit of Sauron seems to be our big one. I could go through all the others, but in all fairness, that thing is stood there at the top on both heroic and normal, glaring away. So, we're going to pick that. I mean, to be fair, certainly with regards to normal, there's not too much there. It's kind of pick what you like. I mean, Utgard Pinnacle's a great one. Bear in mind on normal, you're not going to get the mount. That's a nice one there. Below that, Halls of Reflection, Halls of Stone, and the Culling of Stratholme, I'm kind of like, they're just too damn long. They're too damn long. I mean, even if you take into account that I'm faffing about, messing around, recording numbers and that, so my time's going to be slightly slower, they're still going to be ridiculously long. You could take maybe a minute, 2 minutes off my times. They're still too long. I can't be running 10 of those. Oh, that would be soul destroying. So, we're looking for around the 6-minute mark. Pit of Sauron does that. Utgard Pinnacle does that. Give us a bit of gold. But why would you do Utgard Pinnacle when Pit of Sauron's giving us more gold? It's in a nice location. It's just Pit of Sauron is the obvious choice. So, we're going to take Pit of Sauron from heroic. We're going to take Pit of Sauron from normal. And we're going to move on. Okay, so in an hour, we're going to do one heroic Pit of Sauron run. The reason for that is, as 99.9% of you will know, you can only do one in a 24-hour period. It's I think midnight is basically the reset for the lockouts. We can only do one heroic one, but it's worth it, obviously, because on the Pit of Sauron, the heroic has got a chance of dropping the battered hilt, which is all good. We'll talk about that later on, but also it's just giving us more money, so why would we not run it? Okay, so Pit of Sauron normal. Now we're going to run this bad boy 9 times. Again, most of you will know this information, but for those of you who don't, there is a run limit that you can run in an hour, okay? And it is 10 runs. You can do 10 runs and then that's it, you are locked out. Also, I believe that that is a count lockout. So I don't think you can just log in your next character and run it. It's count locked out because, well, to stop people botting and all that good shit. So, we're going to do 10 runs in total. One is going to be heroic, because, as I say, why not? And the rest are going to be on normal. Now, the good thing about Pit of Sauron is, in terms of gold, they're not too far apart. Heroic and normal, pretty close together on the amount of gold we can get. As I say, the only reason we're going to throw in that heroic is because we get slightly more gold, but we do get that chance at the battered hilt. So, that is going to give us a total of 1,450 gold and 58 silver for doing our 10 runs for the Pit of Sauron. But let's now move our focus onto the raids. Now we have here the top 5 raids. Now I would not say discount the others. The gold is far less, but there are some in there that will give you mounts and all that good stuff. So if you're still looking for mount runs, which we're going to talk about in a later series of videos, if you're still looking for those, yes, run those. Run the Obsidian Sanct and all that by all means. But we're looking at pure gold here, and this is our top 5. So we've got Naxxramas, Orduar, ICC, Grand Crusader, and the Trial of the Crusader. I doubt there's any surprises there for anybody, okay? So, I want to split this down into 2 sections, okay? Because these instances, or these raids, can be quite long. And I don't want you guys there going, well, I haven't got that sort of fucking time, Grim, to be dicking about, unlike you no-life mother. So what I've done, I've split this into 2 options, okay? One is going to be that you don't have the time to run, you know, 3 hours of raids. The other is that you are a no-lifer like me, you do have that sort of time. So here we go. The first up is No Time Warriors, and that will of course be the top 3. That's Naxxramas, Orduar, and ICC. They take a long time. You're looking at maybe 40 minutes plus for each one of those, so they do take a while to run, but they're worth it. I mean, Naxxramas on its own gives you 1,000 gold, so that's a nice juicy one. Orduar gives a nice bit of gold, so does ICC, but they also have the chance to drop the beloved mounts. You've got Invincible and Mimron's Head able to drop, so, you know, Even just the gold on its own is nice, but having those mounts as a little cookie as well is really sweet. Now, let's say you don't have that sort of time. Okay, so we're going to go for our Time Worries one. And that is Naxxramas and the Grand Crusader. Naxxramas I would put in anyway. I know it's like 40 minutes plus, but the 1,000 gold just makes up for that. It's really juicy amount of gold. It's nice. We can do work with that. Also, bear in mind, Naxxramas drops a lot of battle pets. Okay, the potential for a lot of battle pets, they can sell for 400 gold plus. It makes Naxxramas really worth the time. Plus, you got transmogs and all that good stuff. Grand Crusader. Once you've done the Trial of the Crusader, you have this option available to you. The Grand Crusader takes like 12 minutes to run. You can net yourself 500 gold. It's so quick, so simple, and as I say, it's a nice amount of gold to have. So from doing actually very little, and it's very easy to do as well. So we're going to kick this off our Time Warriors, Time Constraints, however you want to word it version, which is Naxxramas, Grand Crusader, and of course Pit of Sauron, Heroic, and normal runs. Now, our 5-man farm run is at the moment netting us 1,450 gold and 58 silver. And you can see on the left hand side how that's made up. That's not good enough for us, and I think we can push it just a little bit more. We can double that. Same as we did in TBC, we can double that and do 2 runs of 10 in a week. I don't think that's too crazy. I don't think that's too much to do. By doing that, it gives us a much juicier 2,901 gold and 16 silver just from our 5-man farming. Now, let's put on top of that our raids, Naxxramas and the Grand Crusader. Those two beauties, again, as we can see on the left, how that's made up, are giving us 1,563 gold and 52 silver, giving us a weekly grand total of 4,464 gold, 68 silver. That, I'm doing simple arithmetic and just timesing that by 4, is going to give us a grand total for the month of 17,858 gold, 72 silver. Not too shabby at all from doing some old Wrath content. Now, let's have a look at, if you're a no-lifer like me, you've got a little bit more time to spend, what we can get from it, throwing in ICC and Aldar into that mix. Okay, again, I'm going to take that 5-man farming and we're going to double it, so that's 2,901 gold and 16 silver. Then we're going to throw on top of that another 2,595 gold, 97 silver from our 3 raids, Naxxramas, Aldar, and ICC, giving us a weekly total of 5,497 gold, 13 silver. A month! A month that is giving us a very, very respectable 21,988 gold, 52 silver. Now, for those of you saying that's not really a lot of gold, blah, 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 I can make more than that, think of this as supplementing your income. You're going to be doing a lot more than just this. LFR, probably going to get you maybe 500 gold from doing that, if you're doing it on your own. With friends, you get even more. You finish the bosses, you get your little envelope, contains up to 200 gold. So you can get, you know, 1,000 plus just from doing your raids. Then you got your follower missions, there's another couple of thousand. And all of a sudden, building on top of this, with your followers, with your LFRs, with everything else, you're looking at maybe 40,000 a month coming in. That, okay, in my humble opinion, is starting to be around where the WoW token's going to be. So just from playing that little bit, just from doing garrisons, just from doing this little bit of farming, you're starting to pay for your WoW subscription. Just from using in-game gold that you're getting from farming and doing general stuff like the LFRs and your follow missions and that. Now, being able to make WoW free to play for yourself just by doing that doesn't seem too shabby to me. But there is one other thing we need to look at, okay? I promised you guys in my Ice Crown video that I would do this, so here we go, let's crack on. You will see on a lot of videos around the YouTubage, and they will say, Pit of Sauron, you have to do it. Heroic farm mode, it is fucking epic, it's amazing, it'll make you 50 million gold every fucking second, and you'll be a god, and women will throw themselves at you in the streets, and you will have Lamborghinis in your driveway, and it'll be fucking, oh, it's amazing, amazing, you have to do this, amazing, oh, brilliant. Anyway, you'll get a lot of that shit. So I thought, you know what, let's go and do 10 runs, because, as we know, 10 runs is the cap per hour, you can't do any more than that. So, I did Heroic Farm Mode. Basically, Heroic Farm Mode is where you go into the Pit of Sauron, you gather up all the ads that are roaming around, you burn them all down, you collect the goodies, you walk out, you reset the instance, you walk back in, you farm them all again. You do that until you hit the lockout, okay? That is Heroic Farming. The reason a lot of people like that is, one, it's a very good way of getting cloth if you're a tailorer. I will say that now. If you're not a tailorer, you're not going to get that much cloth from doing this. Also, you have the fabled battered hilt, dun, 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 which you can turn into various weapons. It sells for about 5,000 to 6,000 gold. depending on your server. And that is the key to all of this. That is why people say ridiculous sums, okay, for this. So let's look at this, okay. I don't even need to talk about this. You can already see the 10 runs of heroic farming netted me 486 gold, 74 silver. Doing it on Pit of Sauron normal, okay, that's literally just doing it from start to finish, killing all the bosses, getting completion. I netted 1,443 gold. So already, to me, right there, that is worth doing it on normal rather than heroic. Now, here is where your farmers will come in and go, because you got a chance of getting the bad hill if you do it on heroic. This is very true. Let me tell this to you, okay? If you go onto Wowhead, the Ashes of Alar, that fabled mount that everybody wants, has a 2% drop chance. It actually has a 1.99% drop chance, okay? To get the Battered Hill, obviously there's more ads, okay? Because each ad has a chance of dropping it. It is a 0.11% chance, okay? Less than 1% chance for each of those ads. 0.11% chance those ads will drop a Battered Hill. Okay, and each time you do that, if you were just running the farm mode on heroic, each time you're doing yourself out of so much gold. That's why when I said earlier on in the video about doing normal 9 times and then running that one heroic, it's because you're not basing your entire run on getting one item that has a very low drop chance. Okay, it's just not worth it. Now the other thing you'll get from their gold selling videos is this, and that is it takes you about 2 to 3 minutes to run that, okay, 10 times. So let's do the maths. Let's do the wow awesome hyped video, how much gold you'll get in an hour bollocks. Okay, so here we go. Okay, what they will say to you is 486 gold. You can easily do those 10 runs in about 20 minutes. Well, that's fantastic. 20 minutes, that's 1/3 of an hour. So we times that figure by 3, because that obviously makes sense, and that's going to give us 1,458 gold, roughly. Fantastic. Now, you've got a chance on those runs of getting a bad hill. That's like 6,000 gold. So let's add that 6,000 gold to the gold we've got, and that is going to give us 7,458 gold an hour, and that is going to be plastered on the front of our YouTube video. Bollocks. You're capped. You can only run it 10 times, guys. Okay, you can only run it 10 times. So that means in an hour, because you don't want to be sat there waiting for that reset to undo, you're only going to run it those 10 times, and that's going to be it, because you're going to be bored shitless after that. That's going to net you 400 gold. You may be lucky and get a battered hilt in that, but it's unlikely. So very much as we've started to deal with cloth, deal with things like bad hilts and nice transmog items that sell for good gold as cherries on the cake, alright? But it's the gold, it's the raw gold we want to deal with. That's our main aim on this. Everything else is nice, it's cherries on top. But anyway, guys, sorry I added that little addition at the end, but I had it in my head that I wanted to get that done. I could have done it as a new video, but I don't like to fuck you guys over like that. It's just video for video's sake. But anyway, guys, that's us done. That is Wrath of the Lich King out of the way. Kata is next. Okay, and we have the fabled Firelands in Kata. So much gold. But anyway, I'll catch you all later. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you all tomorrow with our first Kata video. I'm looking forward to it. Catch you all later, guys. Have a good one.